Welcome to this look at the new Plains and Prairies DLC on Farming Simulator 25 with me, MrSealyp. Ladies and gentlemen, the Plains and Prairies DLC is available now. I'm on console, so this is me having my first look at it. The question, as always, is it worth it? It was $8.99 up to today, and now it's $9.99. I think that's whether you're euros, whether you're dollars. I think it's $9.99 regardless. 3 new brands, 21 machines. Now, there are a couple of things with this. I wasn't going to do this, and I changed my mind. I don't know why, but if you are running the unlimited colour configuration mod, which is a Giants mod, let's point that out, is a Giants mod. If you're running that mod to give you the unlimited colour configurations, it's causing a problem with this mod pack whereby some of the vehicles aren't showing in the proper colours, not showing their decals. If you change rim colour, it changes that. It all goes to pieces. And then I came out and thought, you know what, so I can show off the actual, so people can see what the stuff is supposed to be like. So I've got mine switched off, but just so you know, if you're going into your menus and you're changing configurations and you're losing decals, you're losing colour configurations, it is the unlimited colour configuration mod, the Giants mod, that is causing it. You might need to deselect it, uninstall it, something along those lines. So, the thing I will say as well is, this wasn't, when I came into the Modhub, onto the game, and it said it was there, and then it gives you the option, you know, you click on it and think, oh, it will download. It says buy, but I've got the season pass, so I get it for free anyway, right? So if you've got the season pass, you get it for free. It wouldn't download, so I had to come out of the game and go into the PlayStation Store, install the mod, then come back out, and then it was showing. So if you're in game and you're clicking on it and it's telling you need to buy it but nothing's happening, and you've got the season pass, you might need to come out of the game, go into whichever game store it is, whether you're on Xbox, whether you're on PlayStation, whatever it might be, then install it. It will install it for free and then come back into the game. Putting it out there. Now, I'm doing this in kind of a random order, in that I'm trying to use the pack to bring out other items in the pack. So I'm going to be kind of showing you a tractor with a vehicle, tractor with an implement, tractor, you know, rather than all the tractors, all the implements. So it's going to be a little bit kind of all over the place, but that's fine. Stick with me, we'll be okay. Let's crack on. On the back here of this Ford Versatile, we have got the Brandt 2500 DXT. This is an auger wagon. It's 10 slots and it is 88,000 litres. I've got solid fertiliser in the moment, because what I'm going to do when I switch this on, I'm going to open the pipe and I'm going to put it into that, which we'll get into in just a moment. On the front of that, we've got the Ford 1156 Versatile. Now when I show you this, I'm going to show you the other 1156 at the same time, because it makes sense doing it that way round. So I'm going to go down to auger wagons first. Here's our Brandt 2500 DXT, 171,500 to purchase, 500 horsepower required. All this stuff, plains and prairies, big open spaces, it requires high horsepower gear. We can change the main colour to anything on that part. You notice that my colour thing's gone because I've uninstalled it. So this will work better. So those are our base options, base configuration options, and there's our license plate option on there as well. We come out of there and we come up to our large tractors, and that's where you will find the 1156. There's the Ford and there's the Versatile version. But like I said, if you are using the unlimited colour configurations, when you click on that version, the Versatile 1156, with that mod still selected and installed, it comes up blue, no decals. Look, there's the Versatile 1156. These are both the same tractor for all intents and purposes. So whether you want the Versatile version or the Ford version, I'll show them both at the same time here. These are 7 slots each. As you can see, we have got Trelleborg, we've got Michelin, Continental, BKT, Väderstad, Mitas has a sort of kind of an LSW on there, and then back to Trelleborg. We've got standard, wide, narrow twins, triples, back to standard, and that's the same on the first 2 or 3. With narrow twins, triples, and then back. But it's only on the ones that, like here, where are we? Standard, wide, narrow twin, triples, back. When we get to there, Mitas is wide only, then back again. Additional weights, this is on the back, just here. So we've got 400 kilo, 1,000 kilo, 1,600, 2,000, back off again. So that's the Väderstad version. The Ford version, again, if you've got that colour configuration on, that's interesting. It hasn't given me the option to change the rim colour, because when I change the rim colour, or maybe that's to do with that other mod, the unlimited colour configuration mod, it lost all the decals off of it. It went just blue with no decals. So yeah, I don't understand, because I'm sure they're aware of that. If it's their mod that's causing the problem and they're bringing out the pack, why is it not fixed? I don't get it. Anyway, but there's the Ford version. Exactly the same options. It's lovely seeing that Ford badge on console. I'm very, very pleased with that. So same options. I'm just going to go and put some triples on it because it looks cool with triples, or even wide doubles. It's a very nice bit of kit. 470 horsepower. So let's hop out of there, jump on in. Lighting, no beacons on these. If we do pipe out on the back, what I like about all the stuff in this pack as well is we've got roll covers, which I like a roll cover. So open cover, proper roll cover, look at that. Very nice indeed. Then what should happen is, don't think we've got an option for adjustment on the pipe. Oh yeah, we have. Nozzle adjustment, there we go. Side to side, up and down. As you can see, that thing has a screen on it, which is pretty cool. Pipe in, cover on. What we'll also do is have a look in cab. Let me just disconnect that. It's not the fastest thing on the planet, it only goes up to 14 miles an hour. But I like it, and like I said when they announced all of this, it's the potential on console for moving forward, that some of the stuff that came out as Lizard branded, we should now, that maybe the brands will get changed to Ford, and potentially people will bring out more Ford stuff on console, which I like. I think that's a fantastic option. So that's the first couple. Let's move over here. So here we have got the versatile MFWD 8 slots, large tractors. On the back of that we have got the Salford 9620 air boom applicator, 7 slots, 22 metre spread width. This does solid fertiliser. Now Giants did a live stream yesterday, I think, before this released, and people were asking in the live stream, do these air boom applicators do lime and solid fertiliser? They just do solid fertiliser. And then you'll see as well, because we've got the Fendt Rogator, and there's 3 sort of different options in that. That's the same with that. But anyway, this is a nice looking tractor, this Versatile. Bit of a beastie, bit of a brute, and I like it. And the air boom applicator, we haven't really had air boom applicators for solid fertiliser before, so rather than it just flinging out all over the place, it's more kind of directed where it needs to be rather than just going out into the atmosphere. But another nicely made and detailed bit of kit, as all this stuff in the pack is. There's not a huge amount of options. That's a Giants thing as well. You don't often get interactive controls with doors and windows that open and that kind of stuff. It's, I say, fairly limited, but you know. Where is it? There's the MFWD. So options on this, we have got 300 horsepower, 320 horsepower, 340 horsepower, 370 horsepower, or 400 horsepower. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, Nokian, and back. I'll show you on this one, but again, tyre options and configurations will vary slightly with the fact you've got standards, mediums, wides, narrow tyres, rear narrow twins, rear twins, twins, back. Not all of them have that. If we go back to Nokian, for example, standard, rear twin, twin. So it doesn't have all the narrow options and the mediums. I think the Väderstad is the same, medium, wide, narrows, narrow twin, yeah, rear twin, twin. Which one doesn't? Standard, medium, wide. There was one of them that just had, I'm sure it just had, no, they've all got it. There's quite a few tractors in this one, so potentially it's one of the other ones. But anyway, there's a whole load of tyre choices to choose. I do like narrow twin options. Then we've got on the front, we've got 550 kilo weight, no. 120, 240, 360, 550. On the back, we've got attachers EU or US, which changes your attachment points on the back if you want those, and license plate option on there as well on the MFWD. And then we come out of there and we come down to our fertiliser spreaders. which is here, and that's where you'll find the Salford 9620 air boom applicator. So this one we've got the optional Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Väderstad, back to Trelleborg. No options within those, they come just like that, no other options at all. 18,700 litre, 360 horsepower required, and a license plate option on there too. So let's start this up. Same with this on the back. I think we have got open and close cover. Yeah, they're roll covers. And always check to see if there's any clipping when you put stuff in the back. Sometimes you get that on trailers. You see the ladder raising lower there? That's pretty cool. Let's go in cab for while we go out. Very nice in here. Open the air boom applicator. So 22 meters is the widest it will go, but then we have got the option of bringing that down. So change work width from 22 to 18 to 15 to 12, 9, back to 22 again. We can unload from this, so once you've filled up with solid fertilizer, I mean, you can only put solid fertilizer in it. So if you don't want the solid fertilizer sitting in there, or you want to use it for something else, you can. I don't think we've got the option for raising and lowering of this. Nope, the boom stays as it is. Let's turn it on. There you go. So it's more of a, it drops it out where it needs to be, rather than flinging it, you know, in a much more powdery kind of way. But anyway, that's the air boom applicator on the Salford, along with the MFWD Versatile. God, that's struggling a bit coming across the ploughed lines. Fold that back up. Engine off and hop out. So we've just mentioned the Rogators. Since we're here with the Rogators, let's have a look. So over here we have got the Fendt Rogator 900 series, 24 slots. We've got an option of 40 metre, 42 metre and 21 metre in the 3 different configurations, with a couple of different options with regard to ride height and things like that, which I really like. So we've got this one here, this one here and this one here, all the same base unit. That's it, and it's wide. Look at that. Oh, I do like these Rogators. Now, again, it depends how you feel about these self-propelled sprayers, spreaders. There's plenty of them knocking about. At the end of the day, I'm just showing you what's here. You can choose to use them if you want to or not. So again, coming back to that thing of, is the pack worth $9.99? I think so. There's a lot of stuff in here. So there's the Rogator under your sprayer section, and you'll see there it does herbicide, liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer. So in its first configuration, which is the Liquid Logic sprayer, this one is the version that will do your liquid fertilizer and herbicide. So we've got the 932, and this is the same on all of them. 932, 315 horsepower, the 934 at 339, the 934H, which adds some extra lighting on it. We've then got the 937, which goes up to 365 horsepower, with a H version, which adds some extra lighting on it. See the difference between that and that? There we go. Some stalks with that on, and we're back to the 932. So let's say we'll leave it at the 937. We've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Continental, Mitas, Väderstad, Nokian, and back. You'll see the last 4 were all wides only, with no narrow options. We come back to these ones, we've then got narrow and a wide option on the other ones. We've got a 1,100 gallon tank there, 4,164 litres or 4,921 litres for the slightly larger 1,300 gallon. Then as far as the spraying goes, we've got 27 metre, 30 metre, 36 or 40 metre. So this will go up to 40, but then you can obviously then come down in size when you're doing your application. But if we come back up to the top, then we move on to the NL720 fertilizer spreader, which is just that. That will spread. Now that says 20 meters there, but when you come out of it, it says 42. So that will spread to 42 meters, and like I say, that is just solid fertilizer only. All the other options are the same for our tyre choices and our engine sizes, and whether you go for the standard or the H version with the extra lighting package, lighting stalks on there like that. And then we have got finally the Air Max R2 fertilizer spreader, which is a little bit like the air boom applicator we just saw, which will do solid fertilizer but out of a boom rather than just flinging it out of the back, with all the other options the same. And this will spread out to 21 meters. So let's go out and jump into this one first. I need to really crack on. So this one and the last one, I believe, have these options. So L1 and right stick side to side raises and lowers it. Look, it's like got airbags and suspension lifts, so you can raise and lower the whole unit like that. R1 and right stick side to side opens and closes our wheel track axle width. That's the same on all three, but the ride height one, the up and down, is only on the first one and the third one. We have then got change work width from 40 to 27, 21, 15, 2 and back again. We've got unload if we want to unload. Steering, we've got toggle the same on all three. We've got all wheel steer, we've got front wheel steer, crab steer left, crab steer right, and then back to all wheel steer again. This one, if we open the boom up, this is our sprayer. Interesting how this one opens. It opens the front first, then the whole boom opens. Normally they're more of a scissor type thing, is what we kind of used to seeing. Now I'm not showing this in precision farming. I would imagine because precision farming is out and all the new stuff is out, the sprayers especially, there'll be all the options for the various different sensors and things like that. It would be a bit bonkers if it wasn't, considering it's their new stuff. Turn it on. And away we go with our sprayer. So that's the spray version. So this configuration, like I say, the other options are the same. This one, if I go L1, doesn't have the option for the raising and lowering of suspension. But we do have the option to change work width, 42, 36, 30, 21, 18, 15 and back again. And then this like works, that's tight, look at that, that's pretty cool. Same thing with the toggle steering mode, and this is more of a, this is the flinger. So there we go, there's that one. And then the last one is like I said, like the Salford air boom. Again with our option on this one for raising and lowering like that. I really do like the look of these. That looks really cool on the knock-ins as well. Proper knobbly tyres. And then there we go. Very nice indeed. That's the Fendt Rogator 900 series. Next, I'm going to jump to these. I don't know why I'm jumping to these. Like I say, it's just the order as I'm going between vehicles. So we have got here. This is the, if I can find it. This is the International LT series, 16 slots. So we've got a new International lorry on the back of that. We've got the Trout River Industries live bottom rear lift, LBRL. The International, I said it was 16 slots. This one is 6 slots with a 36,400 litre capacity. This is very cool when this unfolds, and it's got a conveyor that runs right along the whole back bit. Then this little bit opens a little bit and the conveyor runs, and you know, so you can use this for loading into higher sided vehicles or putting into, I don't know, big containers, stuff out, whatever you want to do. That of course is up to you. Trout River being new to the game as well. So we go to our, now I need to get this right, this one's semi trailers, and it's just there. So 103,500 for the base version. Main colour, anything on that palette there. Now that does say, now isn't it interesting? I've got that mod turned off, but it's given me some options on there. That could explain why some of them stayed the same. But anyway, anything on there for our colour, which does that. Rim colour and license plate option on there as well. We come out of there and we come up to our lorries, trucks, just there. There's that International LT series, 74,000 for the base model, which isn't too bad actually. So day cab version there. Now, a lot of that stuff's already been put on, so when it says 74,000, it says 83,350 at the moment. But we've got a day cab, we've got high-rise sleeper, then we've got a sky-rise sleeper. I like that, sky-rise. And then back again. Actually, what I'm going to do is show you on this one, because there's some options you don't see otherwise. So we've got 370 horsepower, 400 horsepower, 430, 450, 470, 515 being the highest. We've got aero parts, yes or no. We've got front bumper, painted or plastic. We've got mirrors, yes or no. We've got sun shield, yes or no. We've got main colour, anything on that palette, like so. rim colour, license option as well. If I go up to there and turn to that, you notice loads of the options go. So we don't have the option for bumpers and stuff like that anymore. That's only on the first one. The day cab has all those extra options for plastic bumper, mirrors, aero parts, those kind of things. Otherwise it vanishes on there. So that's that. Let's come out and start this up. I've got another one, the Skyrise, on another piece of equipment which I'll show you in a minute. But so lights on those. What's cool as well is interiors as well. That looks pretty cool, but the Skyrise has got another bunk above. It's very nicely made. I like it. CB radio. Like I say, there's no doors or windows. You often find that with giant stuff. I like the sweep on the front of that as well. It's a very cool looking bit of kit. But the Trout River is the new thing. The new kiddie on the block. Let's turn our lights on so we can see all the running lights down the side of it. This is very cool. Now, we've got the option for opening and cover. Again, roll cover. Like that. You can see the conveyor belt inside. And then we can unload here. So it opens it up a little bit. Conveyor sort of runs and it unloads. That's no problem at all. But if you get to where you're going, you need to be a little bit higher up for whatever reason. L1, right stick up and down. I love the fact as the whole thing comes up, the rear running gear pulls in. That's got some height on it. Then you can unload up there. Now we've had Anna Berger ones that have done this before. I say it's not necessarily something new, but the Trout River brand in game is new. So who knows what else we'll get from Trout River moving forward. But that's rather nice. I like it. That's those two. While we're here, we'll have a look at this one. Like I say, I know I'm all over the place. I kind of started getting stuff out, then realised I needed things to be in certain locations to show them off. So this is the versatile Nemesis. This is 10 slots. This you'll find under medium tractors. Just there. 182,500 for the base model. 195 horsepower, 215 horsepower, 220, and back again. Brand, Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Väderstad, BKT, back again. No knock-in on that one. So if we go through, let's say, some of the tyre options, that's got rear twins back to standard. If we go to, let's say, Michelin, I think we've got narrows on this one as well. This one we've got the mediums, wides. This was that I was thinking of. Narrows, narrow twins, rear, all round. Then we go into our twins all round, then back. Front attacher, 3-point or no, then weights 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240, 280, 320, 360, 400, back to 3-point. Front loader attacher, versatile or quick. Now it says versatile or quick and then off, because what we've also got in this pack is the versatile V7, which is the front loader that goes with this, which is 2 slots. I'll show that in just a moment. Then we've got a license plate option on there too. If we come out of there and we go up, not up, down, there we go, just to here, there's the versatile V7. No options on that, it comes just as it is, and that will connect onto the versatile attachment on that particular Nemesis. So let's have a look. I don't go around these enough actually. I tend to jump straight in. But again, it's good looking gear. Sounds good. Now I'm sure I caught a little bit of live stream yesterday with Kermit and Stefan Maurus, and Stefan was saying on some of the beacons, not these ones but the smaller flashing ones, I think they've got to deal with Hella now. I think they've got some Hella lights on them. It might be all of them now on this pack, but I know some of the flashing units he said were Hella. No doors or windows on this. Interior nicely made and detailed, as you might expect. So our medium size versatile, just there. Next, this is bonkers. I'm saying how many there were. I thought this would be quite quick, but actually I've still got a ton to go. Next. So this is the Skyrise version of the International. I'll just jump in there and show you. So look, there's what we had before, but then we got the, that's cool, isn't it? Very cool bit of kit. But on the back of that, we've got, again, new to the game, GEA or gear, however you want to say it. We've got a transporter, tank transporter, not tank transporter, a tanker, a transporter which is a tanker. which will do liquid first. It will do slurry or digestate, should I say. And then we've got 2 slurry spreaders. I've got the larger of the 2 to show you here as well. So we'll start with this and we'll get onto that in just a moment. So we've got the gear EL48 6D 4800, 4 slots, 16 metre spread width, 21,800 litre. We've got the gear EL48 8D 7900, 4 slots, 16 metre spread width with a 35,900 litre. This is the 35,900 litre. We've also got the gear, which is this one here. This is the STR447, 5 slots, 39,800 litres, I think it was. And that is your transport tank. So we'll go and look at those first. So if we come down to our slurry spreading units, just there is the 6D 4800, and there is the 8D 7900. 75,500, 125,000. So options on this, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Väderstad. Back again. So that one we have got an option for a standard 2. US and EU attachers, I think they're the same on both of these. So we've got pin hitch, ball hitch, rim colour option on there as well, and license plate. And then this one I think had, I don't think it's the same options actually. I think there was only Väderstad that had the standard and standard 2. Yep, same with the attachers, same with the rim colour. So that's just 4 axle, the other one's 3 axle. This is just the larger version. And we come out of there and we go to our slurry transport, which is that one there. There's our gear STR447. We've got an option to change our rim colour on there and license plate. That's it, really. So let's start here with this. Start that up and do that. So on this one we have got the option for movement of this. We've got a beacon on there as well for when you're ready to unload what you're doing. We do have lighting. Actually, I thought that was why is that light not working? Is that a rear? No. There you go. Look, that light's not working on there. I'm sure that's supposed to. So we've got up and down, left and right. We get back to there. We can plop it back into there. Can we go the other way? Nope, it's only that way actually. Yeah, left and right when it's open, but it will only go this side. That will lock back into place, turn the beacons off. And we also have at the top here, you see, I don't know if you can see there from this angle, the hatch is closed. We've got, where are we? L1, R1 and right stick side to side. Opens and closes that hatch. So you can overload into this as well as overload out of it in its tanker configuration. Front axle steers, you can see that as well. So that's the tanker. So we're going to have a look at this in just a second, but what's pulling this on the front is this beauty. This is the versatile DeltaTrack, 16 slots. I'll put 16 slots, that could be a 10. Large tractors. There's our DeltaTrack. So we've got 583 horsepower, 638 horsepower, 665 horsepower. I mean, it does add on 69,500, so it's up there. We've got crawl track broad, and a license plate option on there too. Lovely. So if we hop in here, start it up. There's our lights. This could be. This got the hella beacons. Potentially the hella beacons. Interior, very nice. On the back, we have our gear, which folds like that for driving down the road, etc. This one doesn't have an option for opening the top tank. That seems to be just open all the time. So it comes like that, opens out, and we're ready to go at 16 metre spread. I went for the larger one of these. There's no pipe or anything that operates or moves on this. We do have the option to do double application rate if we want to, and once it does actually say, oh yeah, look, you can raise and lower that up. I'm trying to think if have we had that before on slurry spreaders. Oh yeah, look at that. Fancy. I keep saying that, but it's true. I like this. That's very nice indeed. I'm liking the gear stuff as well. Nicely made and detailed. Right, what's next? We've got these two. This is the versatile 1080 Big Roy. 8 slots. I think this only has a license plate option version on this. 8-wheel drive, it's a beast. No front 3-point or anything like that. What I like as well with this one, the ladders extend See that? They fold back inside there, so when you get in it, that whole thing slides shut. Got one either side, which is quite cool. I said this when I saw the first images. It's like a big old armoured personnel carrier type thing. It is an absolute monster. On the back of that, we've got this. This is the Salford Independent Series 1260, 11 slots, 18 metre wide. This is a disc harrow. So, if we go to our big tractors again, and down to Big Roy, just there, 219 grand for 600 horsepower. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be pulling some big stuff. It doesn't go particularly fast. Top speed of 12 miles an hour. It's not a rapid piece of kit, but the price for the horsepower, that's not bad at all. Like I said, only license plate option available on that, nothing else. Come out there. Then we go to our disc harrows, just there. There's our Salford Independent Series, 221,500, as I said, 18 slots, 600 horsepower required to pull it. So the Big Roy is only just about really in the area for doing it. No options, it comes just like that. It should do shallow cultivation. Watch me get in, look. Let me do that in a little bit closer so we can see. Let's get in. That's cool. There's our lighting. Just listening to the engine kind of ticking over. Here's our interior. Very straightforward. Very Big Bud-esque feel to this one, isn't it? Very plain, very standard, straightforward, but an absolute monster. And then we open up our Salford. Oh, it does sound good. Drop it down. There you go. Shallow cultivation, all Mimer field. Ooh, oh, I just clipped the sorghum. I love the fact as well. Let's raise that up and fold it. We are articulated. It does make turning. I love the way that overlaps. Very cool. Oh, I like it. The versatile Big Roy with the big old Salford 1260 on the back. Next we move on to these. So now we've got the smaller Ford, which will go with the Versatile as well. So I'll show you this now. This is the Ford 976 Versatile and the Versatile 976. We'll look at both. On the back of that we have got the Väderstad Tempo K24. So the tractors are 7 slots each. The Väderstad, I've lost it on my list again, K24, 14 slots, 18 metre spread width. I put direct drill question mark. It doesn't say it is a direct drill. I don't think it is, but we'll double check. I like the tracks on this. It's also got a little, what's it called, like a little auger. You still have to load up there, put it into it, but rather than lifting up over the top of everything and risking hitting railings and stuff like that, it's just here. We'll see that in operation in just a moment. So let's go to here. So under, not there, under planters, there's our Tempo K24. No options, it comes just like that. I say no options, license plate option on there as well. 365 horsepower required to operate it. Come out of there, come up to our large tractors again. And there it is, there's our 976 and there's our 976 Versatile. So I'll show you this option this time rather than the Versatile option, but again, now that I've got my other thing uninstalled, it's showing everything. This was showing blank on the, you know, if I had the unlimited color configuration on it, was just, there was nothing on it. So yeah, anywho, we have got Trelleborg, BKT, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, Vredestein, Nokian and back. You notice we start off on that one, then that one, and then it all go to narrow twins. They do have an option for a single, but the rest from then on show narrow twins first. That's a more rounded tyre, as you can see, but we've got narrow twin, twin wheels, standard. If we go to one that starts with narrow twin, twin wheels, narrow twin. Oh, it doesn't have a standard. I take that back. Twin wheels, narrow twins. Why did I think it did? Am I thinking of the large one? Might be thinking of the large one. Front weight, this is underneath. We've got 300 kilo, 900 kilo, 1,300 and off. So you can have front weight under there. There's additional weight on the back, the same as the larger version. Puts them across the back there. And a license plate option on there too. So that's the Ford, and that's the and like I say, the versatile option, exactly the same, just in the versatile colours, etc. So hop in, start it up. Again, knock-ins, I really do like that. Let's unfold this. Very cool on the unfold. Now this has liquid fertiliser and green beans, so it's got a tank on the front, and as you can see, liquid fertiliser 5,700, and then our seed is 5,300 litres. If I open cover, that does that little auger. It only does that little bit, but I quite like that. That's cool. See the working lights on the back there as well, which is rather cool. I'm going to try it on here, but I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's a direct drill. No, it's not. Cool. I didn't think it was, but again, with these things, it doesn't hurt to check, because it's one of those things I think, well, it's not a direct drill because it doesn't say it's a direct drill. I don't try it, and then someone will put in the comments, did you know it was a direct drill? So, you know. Well, that shifts and all, doesn't it? Wow. That's cool. So there we go. That's the Ford Versatile 976 and our Väderstad Tempo K24, which brings me on to the last, which is the Cedar. I've also put this on a DeltaTrack because it needed the oomph. So on the back here we have got the Väderstad Seedhawk 84, 15 slots, 25.6 metre. This is a direct drill, and then behind that we have got the Väderstad PD100 seed tender, seed tank, seed and fertiliser for 9 slots. It does hook on the back. When you hook it on the back, all the cables, pipes, things, everything attaches as it should do on the block, which is just there. So this you'll find under our seeders, just there for the Seedhawk 84. 550 horsepower required to operate it. No customization options. It comes just like that. And then we come out of there and we go across to our seed tanks. That's where you find the PD100. That's quite pricey, isn't it? Cool, yeah, that's up there. That makes it quite the yeah, 312. So you're looking at 600. Whoa, 650, 660. That's a lot of money. Anyway, we got wheel setup standard or rear twins on that one. So what I'll do, I'll show you the disconnect. So if we detach, there you go, detaches at the block. Detaches at the block. Hook it back up, and there we go. Now on this one, we do have for filling, whether you're going to fill it from a trailer, under a silo, whatever it might be. If we open cover, it puts all that out. Nice, smooth, silky animation. Opens up the front cover, puts it to there. That's for our seed. Then we do it again. Open next cover, puts it across to our fertiliser. When we're done filling, close it all back up. My advice with any of these things is take your tender, fill it up if you're going to fill it up first, then attach everything and take it out to the field. Then if you need to refill in the field, you can. It's much easier trying to do that than trying to move all of this in one big unit and get it underneath a silo or underneath something you're going to unload. It's easier to do just the tender on its own. So let's switch to our seed unit. Like I said, this is a direct drill. I'm looking down my list. I don't think I've missed anything, have I? No. I think we're good. Turn it on. Drop it down. But this really does need a bit of horsepower. It doesn't have to be the Väderstad that comes in the pack. Anything with a bit of muscle to it. The Big Roy's great. Like I say, it's not a particularly fast bit of kit, but I just like it anyway. But there you go. Doing the thing. Did that raise up? Oh, it did. I was expecting the whole thing, but it's actually the underside, isn't it? The undercarriage. Let's fold it back up again. And that is the Plains and Prairies DLC. If you're thinking of ordering it, if you're doing it on console, that's fantastic. There is a link in the description. If you get the option to put in a partner code, I would appreciate it massively. But if you put in the partner code MrSealyp, all caps, other content creators, of course, are available. It doesn't have to be me, but that would be absolutely awesome if you would. But you don't have to, of course not. And then, as I always say now, all I've done is shown you what's in this pack. I like the pack. I've got the season pass, so I've got it anyway. Whether you buy it or not is entirely your decision. You've got to decide, you know, how will you go about reconciling it. But if you have the season pass, you are going to get it for free anyway. But I think there's enough stuff in here to warrant the price, I think. Considering you look at a lot of other games that have microtransactions, you might buy one thing, like a skin for something might cost you £3-4. Or you might get a vehicle or a piece of equipment, or a little pack might cost you £7-8-9. The fact this has got 3 new manufacturers with all the equipment and machinery that comes with it, I personally think it's worth it. But again, like I say, that's not me being biased. I'm just trying to give my honest opinion. So there we go. I hope you found all this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.